guys, and welcome back. So, we're on another Budget Sunday review here, and we got a lot going on in this one. So, let's just go ahead and take that, put that off to the side. And so, just for starters, I am using the Hemlock and Oak 2023 Daily Planner for my budgeting. It's like a little mini file of facts. I mean, it's a beefy planner, and I love how it's made. And if you want to check them out, I do have a link to them down in the description below. But let's get on to what happened in the budget this week. So, let's see here. Where do we start at? Okay, so I have the 2 years at a glance page. And how I'm using this for my budgeting is I went ahead and took all of my debts, put them into the Stabit or the, what is it actually called in the app form? I use it on the website. So it is stabit.com, but I believe it's the debt payoff planner app. It's a little bird. I just see the little picture of the bird, but yes, I do use it on the website. So it's known as Stabit. But I put all of my accounts onto that, and it gave me a nice little review. So let's see here. This is one of my favorite pages from them, but again, like, you put in all of your accounts, and it like gives you this nice little payoff tracker. So something similar to this. And so, yeah, that's my payoff plan. Okay, and then these would have been all of the accounts that I have to battle. But, oh, yeah. Oh, I even forgot about this because I paid this one off. I kind of skipped the sequence, but I'll get into that as we move in as to why. So I can mark this one as paid off. Well, okay, I guess I didn't need to write paid off, it was just paid, but whatever, it's marked. Okay, so yeah, that's what they do. So, I mean, you punch in all of your information, it puts it in a list for you, and then it gives you these projected dates, which I marked into pink. Again, I'm not quite sure why. I don't remember that. I think I was thinking like debt bad, red bad, but I have them all marked. So if I do follow the Debit thing, I should have everything paid off by November 2024. Seems like a really far, long time, but I mean, after looking at this, it's just like, wow. It's actually not that far into the future, so that's kind of cool. And the other thing that I did, which I wasn't expecting or planning on doing, but I'm a color-coded person, like, I have to visually see things, so I had the projected dates, and then these are the actual dates. So this is how long it took me to pay off the Walmart account. The Kohl's is in the green. Best Buy was last week just because I had enough of it. I did get excited with the yellow marker and colored in Sunday. But, I mean, you get the point. Capital, Platinum, it's gonna be in the denim blue. And then this way I can actually, like, see how long it took me to pay these things off. I don't know why, like, coloring in things is motivating to me, so we're just gonna use that to our advantage. Then after the 2 year at a glance, you get the 1 year at a glance, and for this one, I started off by marking my paychecks. I then went on and included like birthdays and holidays, those pesky vehicle expenses that come up every year. If I'm getting any large amounts of monies or large amounts of monies going out, I have those marked. And basically, like, each week, literally right before I do this video, I go back through and see if there's anything that I have to mark that came up. So that's probably going to be how I do the taxes. One of these days, I'm going to be like, okay, let's do it. And I'll mark it down. And I've also started marking down the days that I do pay off the account to, which I know, like, it seems like I'm marking this a lot. But it is kind of nice to see, like, this looks like a very busy month. But at the same time, I was able to get 2 accounts paid. So, I mean, that's, I don't know. Like, I know after I get a couple months of this information, that's gonna help me, definitely towards like this time of the year, because this seems to be, when everybody's Christmas shopping and Thanksgiving, and you got all that planning for the next year. So I feel like this information that I'm gonna collect here is going to help me down here. But yeah, that's how I'm using my year at a glance page here. And of course, Duchess. And I know February's not over, but all I have left is Birch Insurance and I think Netflix and Hulu, so there is no more debt payments. So I was actually able to total up how much I paid towards my debt, and I just filled in each of the markers. It was like 15 and a half. I just went with a straight 15 because even though like I don't like to think about it, but I already know like these are gonna collect interest. I mean, I know Stebbit says that it does calculate the interest in, but I already know they're going to collect interest, so I mean, there's going to be a couple more of these. I don't see myself paying this off for this year. That'd be really cool, but I mean, I don't see it. I'm seeing me going to like level 3, so that like half a block isn't really going to make that big of a difference, but it is a nice visual to see, one, how far you are in your journey, and two, I'm coloring them in different colors for each month, so it is kind of neat to see like if there is one month where I've just went like, yeah, like over exceeded, which something tells me February is probably going to be the highest one. But it's like I said, like I got so tired of dealing with the one account, so I was like, you know what, you're getting paid off. So let's just move right into February here. So as you can see, I just went ahead and did all of my bills. I marked them down on the projected days that they're due. I have my paydays marked in here as well. Then this way I know like all of these bills have to be paid before that day. But if I get paid on this day, then that means that all of these bills have to be covered by that pay. And this is like, this week right here, this is like the scariest time of the month for me right here, because it's just like everything comes out. So I mean, that's the other thing that I can do with this, is knowing that like, okay, this one's about to get pounded. So I could save extra money from this pay to assist with this stuff. So, I mean, that's why I like having the monthly visual, because it helps me plan for like the next week or two, so that I don't sit and think like, oh man, you have a ton of money, what are we going to do with it? And it's like, no, 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 no. That ton of money is going to go to like this stuff, which, I mean, my utilities for last week were just, they were outrageous. They were probably a third more than what they were the month before. So it just wasn't me. I kept thinking like, man, where'd you go wrong? What did you do? And it's like, no, those things are extremely high this month. So hopefully they go back down in March, and it's not like one of those inflation things that is going on with everything else. Okay, I also have my daily savings goal. It's $5 a day. So there's 28 days in February, times 5, that's 140. So I just broke it down into 2 easy payments for each pay. Basically, it's this guy right here. Yeah, okay, so see, here's the 70. And yes, I know some of you may have noticed this is fake money. It's because I keep my real money in a savings account because I enjoy collecting the interest. But I did want a visual of how quickly $5 a day can add up. So I used my Amazon points and I got us some fake cash. Because we're not paying for fake cash. No real money for fake cash. So let's see here. By saving $5 a day and making it to February, we now have, let's see here, that would be 100. That would be 2. So now we got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, and 5. Yeah, so we got 295 saved up just by saving $5 a day. So that is nice. Normally, I don't know the number. I literally just put the payment in, send it to the account, and then, like, I don't look at it. So, I don't know. That's the fastest way that I found to save money. It worked for me. You know, maybe your amount is different, but for some reason that, you know, you must put X amount of dollars back every day, that I don't know. It works. But I should have $1,825 by December 31st. So, I mean, that's kind of nice to think about, and you never know. Maybe, maybe whenever we're coming up to this Dutcher thing, and you know, maybe the budget gods have looked down on me on 2023, and maybe I'll only have like 1,800 left to pay in December, and I could actually pay it off just because I saved $5 a day. Dreamers can dream, right? So back to this here. Okay, so we covered the daily savings. Kohl's was my focus account, so I just take the amount left and I break it down, and then I do a payment of that percentage every Sunday. So like after breaking it down, it came to $46 a week. That's a lot easier than telling yourself like I need to pay 200. It's just like, oh, it's just 46. So that method again is working really well for me. I have my no credit card tracker, which, okay, at first, like January 1st, I would have been like, there's no way. I know I'm going to use them. But I mean, I'm pretty much done with February and we're moving into March. It's been really easy. There's not been once of where I was like, damn, I wish I could use that. So, no, I think this is a thing of the past. And I mean, there are times of when you're going to use a credit card, but for the way that I was using it, such as like going through drive-throughs, paying groceries, buying gasoline, those are not the things that you use a credit card for. It just, unless I'm getting like a mad amount of points back and I have the cash in my account to pay it that day, no, there's no reason to even bring one of those things out. I needed my collagen. You have to spend over 100 to get the free shipping because I'm not paying for shipping. So, yeah. So I had to save $20 every week just to get that, but I did, and that worked out really well. So I didn't have to worry about any paying fours. Since I had the Kohl's paid off, I got to start on my fourth account, which was capital P. So I did make that payment today. And of course, I paid off Best Buy. That was yesterday. And I mean, you'll get to see what happened here. So let's get into the dailies and we can actually move on to where we were. So I left you guys on this day here. And yeah, so I mean, I was really angry at myself for wasting money here. And for some reason it made me think like I like killed the whole week, which after going back through the log, I didn't. It was just that one, and I think we learned. So yeah, so I just got done paying off Kohl's, on this one, so like that was account number 2. And like literally, guys, I didn't think that I would have another one paid by the time we did this. So it was like, yeah, okay, like we're not even done with February, like we're only halfway through, and I got 2 accounts paid, and of course, like there's my Vita Authority, so I put that into the savings. I had to get gas on Monday. Don't ask me how I do it. I don't know. I mean, I literally don't go anywhere, guys. I go home, I go to work, I go home, go to work. If I'm going grocery shopping and that, it is literally on my trip to work. So it's not like I'm making an extra trip. Those are rare. You have to pay me to leave the house. That's basically what's happening here. So I had to get gas. And it hit me. I was like, man, it's been a while since I've done this. So I went back and looked in my ledgers, and the last time that I got gas was December 27th of 2022, which is cool. And so yeah, it felt weird spending $50 on gas, but I mean, I guess if that's like how much I've spent for January and February, so $50. Um yeah, that's cheaper than any of my utility bills. The one thing I do use are the Giant Eagle fuel points. So, like, whenever I do go, I get like $2 to $3 off per gallon, and then you're allowed to get up to 30 gallons. So, I mean, like, yeah, have I had to put gas in my car since December? Yes, but they were already tanks that I purchased back in December. So, I mean, I don't know, guys. That's what I've been doing. And, yeah, so I don't really have an issue with the whole gasoline thing. The price is outrageous, but again, like I'm only spending $50 every 2 months, so yeah, it's kind of nice. But yeah, that was the big thing for that day is I had to go get gasoline. Okay, this is when I started realizing, like, oh god, like we still have to make it to the next payday. And I mean, funds are getting tight. Um, kind of like the pants that I sold on eBay. So I got rid of 3 pairs. So I did make $8, so that's nice. I'm hoping they went to some owners who really like them because they were barely worn. um, okay, so why so high? Is that okay? Yeah, that's my utilities. Okay, so the one good thing that did happen, which normally it wouldn't be a good thing, but it did kind of save my butt this week. And from what I'm seeing, because I found all the other ones, is it's gotta be our internet is still somehow on an auto pay on one of the cards. I gotta track that sucker down tonight. But I mean, I've checked all the freaking cards. It says it was paid. I can't find this transaction. So I'm kind of wondering if it's because of the Saturday Sunday thing. So maybe tomorrow morning it might pop up. Once it does, I mean, I am gonna transfer the funds over and just say get off that card. But somehow or another, they still had it auto paying off of one of the cards. And like, so yeah, I know I have marked down here that I paid the 122, but the 122 has yet to come out of my account, thank God, because yeah, as we can see, like it got a little scary, guys. Like if it would have came out, that would have been a -5. But I mean, I do have the overdraft protection because I mean I have like all my savings and stuff like in the other account, so it would take from them, so it's not like I'm gonna get a fee, but still I don't want to see a negative. And yeah, so it was super sunny on Thursday. Like it was amazing. It was like 60 degrees, guys. And again, we're in February. I'm used to having like 0 to 10 degrees. So yeah, I went and got an ice cream sundae, but I did use my gift card. But the thing was is that I had to pay for the lunch if we went and got ice cream, even though I don't see how that makes sense because I was using my gift card. So I wasn't paying for the ice cream anyways. But whatever, it was $5. And I mean, I got to have an Arby's sandwich and a sundae for 5. So I mean, that's pretty cheap. even though I'm -5. But I'm not. Okay, so of course, like, this is payday. So again, we were -109, but again, that 122 hasn't come out yet. So I have to keep that in mind. So it's like, okay, all right, thank God. Like, we're actually not negative, but we are. It's a weird limbo world. But hey, whatever. I got paid. Put the monies into savings, like you just saw. I do have this extra one. That's for like those fun things. For, like, I think I needed an SD card for my phone a couple weeks ago. The funds come from that stash. It's just something that I put back every week, and it's like, okay, if you find yourself and you really need monies, that's where we pull it from. But it does make you think twice about that purchase, because you do have to pull the funds from that. So that does reduce overspending. Should have just pulled my lottery funds from that, now that I'm thinking about it, but whatever. It wasn't worth the stash. But see, that's how I would have known not to spend that. Paid off a couple cards. Oh, I had to pay Ray back. Okay, and then of course I got the budget review, the debits. This is the day that I decided that, you know what, I'm doing the Best Buy thing. I'm done with it. Somehow, even though it was paid on time, they're claiming that it was a day late, so they accepted my payment a day late. So it did give me a late fee, which made me angry, because that would have been the 30 that I just put on it. And yeah. Normally, like, not that big of a deal. I was gonna call them up and complain, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what, that's on a 0% offer. I don't know what that does to the percent on that. So yeah, I was over it, and we're just getting rid of it. So then that way I don't even have to think about that. I don't have to make a call. I don't gotta do nothing. If they do add on to it next month, yes, I will be making a call, because I'm gonna be like, what's wrong with you? But for the most part, I mean, this is really how I was gonna pay off Best Buy anyways. My goal was to try to get as much of it paid off with my, like, actual money before pulling from the savings. But the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what, you have your Etsy shop funds. And I mean, it's for the iPad anyways, which is what I'm supposed to be doodling on and making money with. So just take those funds, pay that thing off, and now that's one less that I have to think about. So that is how we made it to account number 3 in February. And that brings us to today. So I made my first payment to account number 4. This is ridiculous. Like, I never would have thought that I would have been working towards the 4th account by the end of February. So, I mean, that's kind of nice. Thank you, little book. And yeah, so today's kind of exciting. I'm using some cash that I've been storing in a, no, like, I literally, like, throw money everywhere, guys, but I have, like, some cash saved up from when people have to pay me back, and I'm going to actually go get my hair cut and, like, eyebrows done and stuff. One of those things that I never do, normally do it myself, just because the price of that is outrageous. I'm not willing to pay it, but, I figured I got enough of that stored off to the side, and I think that's a fun way of celebrating that we're going on to our 4th account. And I mean, it gets me ready for March, April, and May, right? So I'm gonna go get some, like, spring hairdos. And my main thing that I'm concerned about, again, I don't leave the house unless I'm going to work. So this is the first time that I'm gonna be, like, leaving the house and not going to work, so it feels weird. I'm also leaving the house to spend money. So my goal today is we're going straight to the hair place. I'm going to get my hair done. And then I'm getting the hell out of there. I'm not getting sucked into any of the new spring styles and that because, like, as you saw with the whole eBay thing, I got a ton of clothes. My closets are like busting open. I can't even fit all my clothes into the closets and the drawers and dressers and stuff. So I don't need to accumulate more. I need to get rid of what I got. So I'm gonna try my best to keep that in mind while I'm there, and hopefully come home and like I do have to go grocery shopping. That's the other thing that's scaring me is I gotta go grocery shopping on an empty stomach, but I have my list made up, and it's literally coffee, milk, and filters. I know, really exciting. So I'm gonna try my best not to come home with a car full of clothes, shoes, and food. That's probably gonna go bad because I never eat it. And yeah, that's my life, guys. that's uh that's where we are. That's what's happened in the budget, which again I am really super excited for. Again, like as you can see, we just have Burt's Insurance and the Netflix and Hulu coming out, so we're pretty much ready for March. It is right around the corner, and again, the whole Tetris thing. This has been oddly like very motivating to do because I'm just really pumped to see how many of these suckers I could fill in every month. I was trying to alternate colors, but it wouldn't let me. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to do green and yellow or if I want to do two greens for March. I don't know, but I got 31 days to figure that out. And I mean that's it, guys. That's what's been going on for this week, and I can't wait to come on next week and share the start of March with you. So I just want to close out by saying thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And please remember to hit that like and subscribe button to see more Plan With Me's.